How are we doing, A to B? So I want to raise a hands. Whose first time is A to B today? Raise your hands. How are we liking it? Are we going to have breakthroughs? Are we going to have breakthroughs? Who has an accountability partner? Raise your hand. Wow, we need a lot more accountability partners. I challenge everybody here today to find an accountability partner before you leave here. The power of a mentor and accountability partner is the difference between success and being in that hamster we were talking about. 100%. Having an accountability partner and a mentor is the power and the answer to everything that you are not able to do. I've spoken at every A to B con there has ever been. And when I had started, thank you. When I started, I was a 19-year-old kid with a lot of ambition, had no idea what he wanted to do, but he knew that he wanted to speak, but he knew he wanted to impact people with his story. What does impact mean to that kid, though? You know, that kid's impact was originally, he's got to become successful so people look up to him. Well, I'm 5'3", nobody looks up to me. So that's not going to work. I'm on stage. What impact meant is building. What I learned was, I thought that success had things to do with watches and cars and houses and vacations and suits. And I thought that wealth was all financial. I thought wealth meant I have to have a gold chain and I got to be friends with Floyd Mayweather. But the more I grow up, I know, I'm 5'3", I haven't grown since 7th grade, but the more I mature, I'll say, I've learned that wealth has nothing to do with financial, actually. Not one bit. Why do we look up, when we talk about somebody wealthy like Elon Musk or Donald Trump, what do we think? The first thing you think is, wow, they're really connected. The power in, oh, you know, Elon Musk can make a call to anybody in the world and make something happen in 5 minutes. That's what wealth is. So when you zoom out and you see who has the results that I want, what is wealth? Well, the wealthiest are respected and looked up to based on their connections and their community, not their wallet. Raise your hand if you guys thought wealth had something to do with your wallet. Let me teach you guys a lesson about your wallet. The wallet has no value. What I learned about with my wallet was I was mistaken because I thought the value of me was attached to that wallet. A lot of people come to me that I mentor and they're like, well, Dylan, I'm not successful yet. I don't have a job yet. I'm not making enough money to even pay for your expenses or mine. How am I going to do it? I can't do it because I'm not in your position. I'm not valuable enough. I'm not worth it. I'm not at that level yet. People say it to me all the time. Carl's telling me what grinds his gears, what grinds my gears, and people say I'm not at your level. Why are you putting yourself down? Because of the wallet that you have, because of the car that you drive, because of the job you have, because of the suit you wear, does not mean you are less than anybody at all. I'm not more than anybody. I'm not less than anybody. I'm human. I struggle. I stress. I lose sleep. I get to speak on stages with my family, Warm Heart Life family. But it doesn't mean that I'm not human. It doesn't mean that you're worth less. It doesn't mean you're capable of less. You all has absolutely nothing to do with your personal value. So I wanted to get that across today because I was so mistaken for so long. I thought I had to be a millionaire to be loved. I thought I had to be a millionaire to be respected. I thought I had to be a millionaire to be looked up to be able to give advice. Speaking at every A to B has taught me the powers and numbers of community. And if I can impact one person, and that one person can impact one person, and that one person can impact one person, then we've won at life. What if I told you I changed one person's life, but they went and changed 10? And one of the 10 changed 10,000. I still changed 10,000 lives. That's the power that Carl, Michelle, and Brandon had because they were the first people ever. Let me tell you guys a story about Carl and Michelle. I knocked on this dude's door. I found out his studio. I was doing selfie videos in my room. I knocked on his studio door and I said, hey, I want to be big. And he was like, how? And I was like, I don't know. But I'm dyslexic. And he was like, okay, I think we could work with that. He was the first person ever that I brought any type of vision to. And he didn't say something like, that's crazy, that's stupid, that's not going to work. He said, well, let's see if we can make it work. Carl and Michelle gave me a sponsorship ticket to an event that changed my life forever, and that was Map Your Way to Financial Freedom that turned into A to BCon. And since then, I've been able to collaborate with a bunch of amazing people like yourselves. Because you guys aren't Floyd Mayweather doesn't mean you're worth less than him. And I'm going to tell you this now. I learned this lesson this year. You're enough, and you are worth it. And you're loved, and you're respected. Working with a lot of big people who are successful, I guess, financially or materialistically, all I learned is everybody's human and they want to be treated as such. That's it. They want to be treated as such. They want to be loved as such. They want to be respected as such. We all chase this status thing because we think it's going to solve our problems, but all it does is create more because your intention has to be correct. Connecting with our headline speaker today, we're both dyslexic. And we both connected on our purpose and our why, which was impact, which is why we're all here today, no? Yeah. Who here wants to be 1% better tomorrow? Raise your hand. Who here wants to be 1% better the next day? Who here thinks that's a limiting belief? It is. I told my mentor I want to be 1% better every day. He said, why not 10? Why you? Thank you. I look really short from up there, don't I? It's my absolute pleasure to talk to you guys about our headline speaker today at the final A to BCon. I just wanted to give a huge love letter to Carl, Michelle, and Brandon Godoris for letting me go from that 19-year-old kid to the one who's been able to accomplish and live his dream. So please give a round of applause for those two guys. I would not be who I am, where I am, or how I am without it at all whatsoever. And I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. So please everybody rise to your feet to welcome not only Phil Hanley, but the one and only that made this happen for all of us through these years and has impacted us all, the one and only Brandon Godoris.